So we had Linda Larson on not that long ago. So we're familiar with the great work that Utah is doing in the UAS industry. But can you talk a little bit more about personal successes that you've had?
So, one of them, I'd say overhead sign inspections. It sounds pretty lame, but as you know, the overhead signs that you go over, they need inspected. So, with that comes to play, they have to shut down traffic. Does anybody like being stuck in construction or when the traffic lanes close down? Absolutely not. So, by utilizing UAS and flying it off to the side of the highway and using a zoom lens, you can zoom in and see all the rivets, all the bolts. So on one project there in Salt Lake City we did on SR201, we saved over $100,000 on that one project alone using UAS versus
Amazing.
traditional methods. So they were only able to do typically 2 to 3 signs. They'd close down the road. They'd have to do it at night because they didn't want to impact traffic as much. So they get 2 to 3 signs, trying to crawl around in a bucket truck, trying to inspect every rivet.
Yeah.
But now we can do it during the day. We're not impacting traffic whatsoever. And just one job alone saved over $100,000 by
Wow.
using drones. So that was a really cool. When I seen that type of money being saved, that was amazing. Or as I mentioned, even surveying, we using LiDAR. We have LiDAR on our UAS as well. And this is down in Bryce Canyon. If anybody's been to that national park down there, we're looking at realigning the road. We had some landslides down there. And it's a lot of hilly area. And it would have taken them about a month and a half to survey that traditionally to get a ground topo. And we were able to fly it with the LiDAR in 1 day. 1 day. We saved a month and a half of time. I mean, you got the processing and everything else, but you're talking 3 or 4 days
Yeah.
of time versus a month and a half. And not only that, we're getting a lot better data out of it because it's a lot more dense. So that's
And
that's
plus,
been
the
another thing.
platform is expandable or it's extensible. So that's what we can do today. But now that we're using drones, we could figure out new sensors or layering of sensors or higher resolution data or figuring out ways to interpolate between multispectral and infrared that yield better results, right? So all of that is just an added bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. Another area is like in our incident management. If you've seen the incident management trucks that are out there helping people, we have a drone on every one of those now. And for that, that's say like we have an accident with a serious or fatality, and sometimes the road's closed for 4 hours while they survey that scene. We can get it open in about a fourth of the time by using UAS to map it. Then there's no question what happened on the scene. Or here's another scenario. We had something happen like this not too long ago. Is someone was there's a bad accident. They didn't know how many people were in the vehicle. Now put yourself in this place. You get in an accident. You're ejected from a vehicle, and you're thrown into an area with a lot of vegetation. This particular area was full of spiders, so nobody wanted to walk into it. There's just spider webs everywhere and spiders, and the highway patrol and people were like, oh, we don't want to walk through there, but we need to find the person. We were able to get our UAS up in the air, use thermal, and search that area, and come to find out there wasn't anybody there, luckily. But imagine if you were the person laying there waiting to get helped and nobody knew you were there, and you're waiting for somebody to walk through all that to find you, where if you were able to find them with thermal and get the help to them, you could easily save somebody's life.